Good evening, everyone. Welcome again on this platform that is One Mark Solution. And as you know, that already we have conducted so many sessions from this platform for 1 mark question of each and every chapter of each subject. So, as you know, today we are going to discuss about the chapter fourth of economics from class 10, social science. So, class 10 social science chapter name is globalization and the Indian economy. Definitely, that is a very important chapter, and so many questions have been asked from the asked from this chapter in CBSE board examination in 1 mark question, and especially this year case study also have introduced. So I think case study maybe from this chapter may be asked. So uh, those who have joined the first time on this platform, kindly subscribe the channel, and you can see previous webinars like we have conducted previous webinars in chapter 2 of history, chapter 2 of political science, chapter 1 of geography for class 10. So you can visit the playlist of the channel, and you will find there is a playlist of social science, and you can get the all the videos, and upcoming videos also you will get in this playlist. And very soon we are going to conduct webinars for all the chapters. So kindly stay tuned with us, subscribe the channel, and today we are going to discuss about the globalization and Indian economy, and the subject expert Madam Rajani Tony is with us. Madam Rajani, I welcome you on this platform on behalf of 1 mark solution as well as on behalf of all the viewers. Madam Rajni Tony is working as a PGT economics in BGS International Residential School, Bangalore. She is staying in Bangalore. She is working in Bangalore, and definitely, no doubt, she is a PGT economics and going to take the session for the class 10th economics. So definitely, session will be very good, and I hope all of you will enjoy this session. Kindly stay tuned with us. Reply the questions of Madam Tony in live chat box. If you have any doubt, you also can ask your doubts in the live chat box. And the content partner of the 1 mark solution is one question every time. You can follow one question every time, as well as 1 mark solution both on the Instagram handle. You can follow 1 mark solution on the Twitter handle also. So, without taking much time, I would like to hand over Madam Rajni Tony for the further proceeding. And again, I would like to request all of you kindly subscribe the channel, and press the bell icon so that the future webinars information also you get in time. Thank you so much, Madam Tony, please.
Thank you, sir, for the warm welcome. Good evening, everyone. Good evening, my dear children. So, very happy to see you all in the platform, and I hope it will be really helpful for you this listening this session. And you all are ready to be the part of globalization and how the globalization impacts in Indian economy. So, it's a very important chapter and it's very relevant topic. And globalization, we all are experiencing the positive and negative impact of globalization. And just I'm going to the content only, so please listen carefully. Before going to the question answer session, I just want to give an introduction of the topic globalization and the Indian economy. So, what do you mean by globalization? Globalization, as you know, the part of integration of the world economy. So, this lesson we are going to discuss about how the globalization affected Indian economy and how the globalization process is enabled. What are the factors enabled globalization and why we choose globalization as in India as well. As you know, we started globalization that as part of the new economic policy reforms introduced in 1991, and our foreign exchange reserves were not sufficient to cover the 48 hours of transaction. So that was the moment we adopted this policy, new economic policy. So liberalization, privatization, and globalization is part of our economy also. And as you know, after independence, we adopted the import substitution. So many trade restrictions were introduced in India to protect our domestic industries. So because of the so many factors that especially this factor, our India faced a severe financial crisis in 1991. So we forced to adopt this LPG, liberalization, privatization, and globalization. And after that, what happened to India? That is what is discussed in this chapter, and how the globalization affected in various ways in our country, how it impacted in various parts of our country. That's what we are discussing in this chapter. So MNC played a greater role in the part of globalization. So let's see how the globalization enabled in India with through MNCs. Ways through which MNCs set up or control production and other activities. Let's check what are the ways how MNC spread its production across countries. Place orders for production with small producers. That is one of the way which MNC spread production in India. So as you know that the small producers, the local producers are producing the product, and this MNC has great brand name, and they are giving their logo to the product. And so because of their brand name, it is they can sell the products with high rate and with high cost, with minimum cost and maximum profit. That is their motive. And set up production jointly with some of the local companies. Joint production provides money for additional investment and latest technology for production. So that is one another way of setting up production in India, joint production ventures. You can see many examples for joint production like Nestle, Amul, and Colgate Palmolive. These are the examples of joint production. So the multinational companies are setting up their production in India in various ways. Not so that is their process. They are looking for minimum cost with maximum profit. That is their motive. And set up partnership with local companies. So they are setting a partnership with local companies, use local companies for supplies and compete with the local companies or buy them. So they tie up with, so they are looking for the different strategies, how they can capture the domestic local market. And so they are searching for, they are very tricky, and they are searching for the which strategy they can use in which country, so that their availability of cheap raw material, sometimes labors are surplus, and according to that they are choosing their strategy. So joint production and set up partnership. So then the MNCs exert influence on production at distant location, as a result of which production in these widely dispersed location get interlinked. So as you know, US is well known for its infrastructure. So the designing centers and research centers are located in US, and at the same time, the cheap raw materials are available in China. So and the labors are also available in China. So that manufacturing part done in China, and because of the proximity of the market, the assembling part done in Mexico. In that way, so and the call centers are located in India because we have good communication skill, and so the call centers are located in India, and the production is spread everywhere in India. So these are the ways how MNCs is spreading production. And that buy up local companies. In your textbook, one example is there, that is the Ford motor cars buy up local company, Mahindra and Mahindra, Maruti Suzuki. So these are the examples of how the MNCs set up production in India, and how they establish their brand name in India. So many examples you can see, Paragpur, and it's take handed over to the Cargill Foods of America, and how they expanded production. So these are the various ways MNC is spreading production across India and across the world, across the globe, and faster technology, transport, communication, everything, and liberalization, tax, removal of trade barriers, everything helped the process of globalization. So the questions are framed from this chapter based on this concept. So hope you all are ready to listen to the question and answer to the following. Okay. So first question is like, tax on import can be treated as. So import, you know what is the meaning of import, and it's a, I think it's a trade restriction. So tax on import can be treated as, whether it is collateral, trade barriers, foreign trade, or terms of trade. Definitely it is a trade barrier, I think, because tax on import is the, so the answer is trade barriers. Tax on import can be treated as trade barriers. So it's a trade restriction. So this can be treated as trade barrier. Then next question, which institute supports investment and foreign trade in India? Which institute supports investment and foreign trade in India? So not only in India, that so which as you know, not it is International Monetary Fund, is a financial organization. The name itself, you can identify what should be the answer. World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization is established only to help these people. So the answer is World Trade Organization. And when did government remove the barriers for investment in India? As I told you in the introduction part, we first to introduce the LPG measures in the year 1991. So the answer should be 1991. When did government remove the trade barriers for investment in India? That is 1991. Next question, removing barriers or restrictions set by the government is called. What should be the answer? Whether it is liberalization, investment, favorable trade, or free trade. So the answer is liberalization. So because removing barriers, trade barriers, that is the main aim of liberalization. And to attract foreign investment, we remove the trade restriction. So the answer should be liberalization. Next question, which one of the following Indian industries has been hit hard by globalization? Definitely not information technology. Is it toy making, or it jute, or cement? I think it's toy making, because after globalization, so the China took over this control of everywhere. So the hard hit industry is toy making. I think that is the correct answer. So the for Indian industry which is hit hard by after globalization is toy making. Then special economic zones are being set up to attract. What should be done? Foreign tourist? No. Foreign investment? You think. Then foreign goods or foreign policies? So special economic zones to attract foreign investment. Special economic zones are being set up to attract foreign investment. So then only the multinational companies are ready to come and invest in any country, because they are looking for the favorable atmosphere to put their to keep their investment. So the answer is foreign investment. Special economic zones are being set up to attract foreign investment. Yes, that is the correct answer. The next question, the process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries through free trade, free mobility of capital and labor is called. Tell me that which one should be the correct answer. Process of rapid integration or interconnection between countries through free trade. Free mobility of capital and labor is called, that is globalization. That is our topic. That is rapid integration of world market, and through free trade, free mobility of capital. The globalization allows not only trade, the mobility of capital and labor. So removal of all trade restriction and the integration of world economies. Yeah. So answer is globalization. Next question. What was the main channel connecting countries in the past? Before also, you know that India was the colony of the Britishers, because that time also one thing was there to connect between countries other than the globalization. So what should be the fact? Whether it is labor, religion, technology, trade. So which should be the correct answer? Definitely the trade. Yes, what was the main channel that is connecting India? Free trade is trade was the channel connecting India before globalization. World Trade Organization was started at the initiative of which one of the following group of countries? World Trade Organization. Thus, who will be the initiate? Who was taking more initiative to start this World Trade Organization? Whether it is rich countries, poor countries, developed countries, or developing countries? Definitely, answer is developed countries. So yeah, the correct answer is developed countries, because they want to promote the trade. After industrialization, what and all benefit they got, they wanted to reach through each and every part of the world. So because of that, developed countries took initiation for the process of starting this organization. So next question. Investment made by MNCs are termed as. Definitely, what should be the answer? Indigenous investment? No. Foreign investment? Entrepreneurs investment? None of the above. So answer is foreign investment. Yeah, investment made by MNCs, multinational companies. So definitely the answer is foreign investment. So next question. Which of the following is not a feature of a multinational company? See, first one, it owns or controls production in more than one nation. So question is, please read the question carefully. Which of the following is not a feature of a multinational company? So we are looking for the feature which is not that a feature of multinational company. So the first one is, I think it's definitely the feature of multinational company. It owns, controls production in more than one nation. Next one, next option, it set up factories where it is close to the market. Yeah, definitely. They are looking for all these things. So how they can start there, how can they move the things from one place to another place. So proximity of the market, nearness to the market is definitely a factor of, definitely a favorable factor for MNC. Yeah. Third option is it organizes production in complex ways. Yeah. Spreading of production. Yeah. Research centers are located in one place. Manufacturing location in another place. Assembling part in another place. And the trade and enabled through call centers. And so in the production is spread at every part of the world. So the production is arranged in very complex ways. Then the D option, it employs labor only from its own country. Yeah, it's not a factor for MNC. MNCs are not taking that much risk, like they are not employs labor only from their own country. Definitely they are searching for labors from different location where the labors are available and cheap rates. So that is one of the factors. So the option D is the correct option, answer D. It employs labor only from its own country. Okay, then 12th question. The impact of globalization has not been fair. Who among the following people have not benefited from globalization? Option A, well-off consumers. Definitely, they are getting the benefit of. We have wide variety of choices because of globalization. At any corner of the product, anything is produced, it is reachable to us. So definitely, well-off consumers, if they want, if they have money and they have the willingness to buy and purchase it, definitely it's available at their fingertips, no problem. So well-off consumers are definitely benefited because of globalization. Our question is, who among the following people have not benefited from globalization? Then second option, you think small producers and workers. Do you think that whether the small producers and workers are benefited from globalization? So after globalization, as I told you, a wide variety of choices are available. So competition increases. Everyone is looking for, as consumers, we all are looking for the product. Product is available with cheap rate, with maximum quality. That's what we are looking for, right? So what happened to our small producers? Are they able to compete with the multinational company? So do you think that whether they are benefited because of globalization? Think. Then what about skilled and educated producers? Yeah, definitely they are benefited, right? Because they can get the opportunity to use their skill and education qualification, because when they have they can make use of the opportunity, because n number of opportunities are available because after globalization. So definitely they can make use of the benefit of globalization. So skilled and educated producers are definitely benefited from globalization, I think so. And large wealthy producers, yeah, definitely they are enjoying the choice. The wide variety of choices are available, markets are available, and opportunities are available. So definitely they are enjoying the process. So what should be the answer? I think B, because small producers, they are not able to compete with the multinational companies. So the answer is small producers and workers. In your textbook, you can see many case studies regarding that capacitor making, and also you can go through that and find out this is the correct answer. Small producers and workers, they are not benefited from this. So fair globalization is not ensured for this section of society. Then, companies who set up production units in the special economic zones do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 2 years, 5 years, 4 years, 10 years. To attract foreign investment, they are providing the special economic secondary setup production, and they are providing world-class facilities to attract the foreign investment. And tax concession. So definitely the answer should be that tax concession should be applicable only for 5 years. Answer B is the correct answer. So special economic zones do not have to pay taxes for an initial period of 5 years, and is like better infrastructure and all the facilities which enable the promotion of the development, that any globalization, which enable the globalization, is available in the special economic zones, and the tax concessions also available. 5 years that tax concession also, they are exempted from tax. Okay, yeah. I told you about Ford Motor, Mahindra Indian company, and they tie up with Ford Motor Car by the Mahindra. And first they came to India. First they gave some assistance, and slowly they are taking over the Mahindra. And it was an old Indian company producing trucks and jeeps. And they were taken, and that Ford Motors set up its first plant in India at Chennai. So that is the correct answer. So then the Ford Motor they have, and so you have that box. You can see that. Please read it carefully, and you can get more how they took over the Ford Motor Car taken came to India, and what was their first attempt, and how they expanded production, how they buy up the Mahindra, and everything is mentioned in that box. So please read out and find out the answer. The answer is the Ford Motors set up in its first plant in India at Chennai. So coming to the next question. Why do MNCs set up offices and factories in more than one nation? Yeah. Why do MNC? So this, when you understand the concept of one mark question, you are ready to write any question from this chapter. Not only like one mark, like you are able to answer whatever the source based questions and other 4 mark question, and that you should understand the concept. That is very much important. So why do MNC set up offices and factories in more than one nation? Which cost of production is high and MNC can earn profit? No, that should not be. The MNCs are never looking for the cost of production is high and MNCs can earn. Then how can they earn profit? Profit is the difference between revenue and cost. So the cost of production is only high. How can they earn profit? Definitely, it's not the correct option. Then next option, the cost of production is low and MNCs undergoes a loss. Cost of production is low and the MNCs undergoes a loss. Where is that? Do you think it's a valid option? Like cost of production is low, cost of production low, but MNCs undergoes a loss. Is there any chance? No, definitely not. So the cost of production, that is not the correct option. The third option, the cost of production is low and the MNCs can earn greater profits. Yeah. That should be the option, I think. The cost of production is low. Yeah, definitely. They are looking for the cheap availability of all the resources, whether it can be labor or raw material and better infrastructure and whatever it may be. They are they want to reduce their cost of production and so that they can earn profit. So that should be the correct option. The cost of production is low and the MNCs can earn greater profit. And the fourth option is the deep option is MNCs want to make their presence felt globally. No, that they simply don't want to make their presence everywhere, and not like don't want they want the global presence, but at the same time that is not their why they are not set up their offices and factories in more than one nation to not to make their presence. So answer C is the correct option. The cost of production is low and the MNCs can earn greater profit. Okay, coming to the next question. Which of the following contributes to globalization? Internal trade? Trade between states? No. External trade? Yeah, maybe. Because external trade means international trade. The trade between countries? Next. Large scale trade and the small scale trade. Large scale trade is an option, but it's not mentioned whether it is between countries or multinational between different countries. It's not mentioned, so it can be. It's a big option, so there is no chance of that option. And the small scale also no, or there is no chance of that option. So B, option B is the correct answer, I think. Yeah, external trade. Yeah. Yes. Hope you all are following and you are understanding the concept in a better way. Okay. Next question. It refers to the globalization which creates opportunities for all and ensures that its benefits are better shared. So one term is there which refers to the globalization which creates opportunities for all and ensures that its benefits are better shared. In the previous slide, we have discussed already Some section of the society are not benefited from globalization, especially the small producers and workers. They're not able to compete with the large competition which they are facing from different parts of the world. So that which term refers to that globalization should be equally shared with all. So the answer should be whether it is privatization. No, privatization is a part of new economic policy, but it's not refer that globalization benefit is shared to all section. That should not be the correct. Special economic zone. What is the motive behind the setting up of the special economic zone? To attract foreign investment. It must not be the term to refer the globalization opportunities for all and ensure that it is benefits and are better shared. And World Trade Organization. World Trade Organization is the main motive is promoting trade between countries, mobility of labor, and how that removal of trade restrictions regarding the terms and policies are framed. That is their motive. So that should not be done. So it is not a term to ensure which should divide equal to all. So what should be the answer? Fair globalization. Yeah, definitely that should be the fair globalization. The government has taken steps to ensure the benefit should be shared to everyone. That should be the answer, I think. Yeah. Yes, fair globalization, which creates opportunities for all. The government has the responsibility to make sure that, yeah, we can remove the trade restrictions, no problem. Like we need develop. Our strategy is not going backward. We are strategy is going forward. So we cannot be isolated from the rest of the world. So definitely that is true. But at the same time, we should make sure that this benefit should be shared among different section of population, different section of the world nation, and different section. So everyone has to survive, right? Cottage industry, small scale industry, everyone has to be benefited. Workers, those who, especially those who are working in unorganized sector, they are the most vulnerable section. Like they, all these problems come to them. Like globalization, rich become richer and poor become poorer. That should not be there. So fair globalization, which creates opportunities for all and ensure that its benefits are better shared. Okay, dears. Okay, next one. An MNC is a company that owns or controls production in. Yeah, we discussed it lots of time. Like, what should be the answer? One country, more than one country, only developing countries, only developed countries. So the answer should be the option B, more than one country. Yeah, MNC is a company that owns or controls production in more than one country. Okay. Next one. Which one of the following has benefited least because of globalization in India? Not most, the least benefited. Which sector is the least benefited because of globalization in India? Whether it is agriculture sector or it is industrial sector or service sector or secondary sector. What is the correct option you think? Definitely. After globalization, agriculture sector is the least benefited because of globalization in India. Yeah, we have to think about that. How to ensure that and all we'll discuss later. Like we will get some such session, we'll discuss all those things. So agriculture sector is the least benefited because of globalization in India. So we should make sure that how it is that all the section of the society, the fair globalization, this group of section also should be included in that. So the least benefited section of globalization is agriculture sector. Okay, next question. What is the main motive behind the investments of MNCs? The main motive is to increase their assets and earn profit? Or the main motive is the welfare of poor people? Definitely not. They are not spreading their production for the welfare of poor people. The main motive of an MNC is to offer financial support to the government of their country. No. Why they have to support their government? They are looking for their benefit, not for the government's benefit, right? The main motive is to benefit foreign countries. No, that is also not the correct. So, which one should be the correct option? The main motive is to increase their assets and earn profits. That should be the correct answer. The main motive is to increase their assets. That they are spreading their production in different parts of the country, and they want to earn profit. So that is the correct option. What is the main motive behind the investment of MNC? To increase their assets and earn profit. That is the correct option. Okay. MNCs keep in mind certain factors before setting up production. Please read the question carefully. MNCs keep in mind certain factors before setting up production. Identify the incorrect option, not the correct option, incorrect option from the choices given below. You know, MNCs are starting their production. They are looking for the availability of cheap raw material, resources, availability of labor, technology, and how can they earn profits. So what should be the incorrect option? Availability of cheap, skilled and unskilled labor that they are looking for. Proximity to markets. Yeah, definitely, yes. Then presence of a large number of local competitors. Yeah, whether they are bothered about local competitors. They have brand name. They have advanced technology. They are ready to invest at any cost when the conditions are favorable. So whether they are worried about the presence of a large number of local competitors, definitely not. Then the option, favorable government policies. Yeah, definitely. So before 1991, we are not that much exposed to the world market. The integration of world economy has not happened that much. So definitely the removal of trade restrictions and the policies of the government, how they are attracting foreign investment. Definitely these are the factors. Yeah. So definitely option B is also correct option only. So what should be the incorrect option? Presence of a large number of local competitors. That is the correct option. Presence of a large number of local competitors. Okay. Next question. Which one of the following is a major benefit of joint production between a local company and a multinational company? Read the question carefully. Which one of the following is a major benefit? So when you are getting a question, read it carefully. So don't waste your time. Please read the question carefully, then only you answer. Okay. So that following is a major benefit of joint production. Joint production, joint production between a local company and a multinational company. What should be the major benefit of when the multinational company is ready to join the production with the local company? MNCs can bring latest technology in production, or MNC can control increase in the price, or MNC can buy the local company, or MNC can sell the products under their brand name. So joint production, the question is joint, but not buy up local company, not placing orders, not partnership, like joint production. What should be the benefit they are getting? So the answer is can bring latest technology in production. So when they are joint production, when they are doing production joint ventures, definitely they can bring latest technology in production. Buy up local company, they can increase the price, and buy the local company, that is another aspect of that one. So when joint production, slowly when they are attracting the local companies, they are closely observing the market, and they are like well customers, that customers are available to the local company, they are trying to help. So in the name of help only they are coming and dominating. So that and all is happening. So definitely they can, one of the benefit which the local company can enjoy, companies can enjoy through this joint ventures through, that is the latest technology in the production process. Then 23rd question, which of the following factors has not facilitated globalization? What should be the correct answer, you think? Whether it is technology? Yeah, technology is definitely a factor facilitated globalization. Liberalization of trade, definitely yes. Liberalization of trade is one of the factor which enabled globalization. And WTO, oh yeah, WTO only taken initiation of this world trade, and that was multinational trade and promoting multinational. They are framing the policies of uh, connected with globalization. So nationalization of banks. Nationalization of bank and the globalization, there is no matching between. So I think which are the factors which is not enable globalization, the correct option is D. Nationalization of banks is not facilitating globalization. Okay. Yeah. Which Indian company was bought over by Cargill Foods? A large American MNC. Pick out the name from the alternatives provided. I think you all know the answer. Amul, Farm Foods Limited, Agrotech Foods Limited, Parag Foods. Parag Foods. Yeah, Cargill Foods. Yeah, Cargill Foods and company which is producing edible oil. So, and Parag Food is an Indian company. Is are the same way they are doing, and this Cargill Foods came into India for. So, I think the correct option is Parag Food. Yes, yeah, Parag Food is the Indian company who taken over by taken over by Cargill Foods, American company. So that is the correct option. Next question. The most common route for investments by MNCs in countries around the world is to. What is the most common route for investment by MNCs in countries around the world? Yeah, set up new factories. That is a possibility, but I don't think it is the most common route for investment by MNC. Buy up existing local companies. Maybe it is the correct option. Let's just check others also, other options also. Form partnership with local companies and sell off existing local companies. So the correct option is, I think, most common route. Clearly that sentence is there in your textbook. The most common route for investment by MNCs in countries around the world is to buy up existing local companies. I think, yeah, correct answer. So these are methods MNCs may you may have confusion regarding that, because all these the MNCs are spreading productions, interlinking production through all these ways. But the most common route for investment by MNCs in countries around the world is to buy up existing local companies. That is the correct option. Yes. So let's go to the fill in the blanks part. Yeah, let's check. Yeah, now it is easy for you to fill the answer. I think you are right. You are giving the option right now. Like you are giving the correct option right now. The industrial zones which are set up to attract the foreign investment are known as special economic zones. Yeah, we told no, like this world-class facilities are arranged to and removal of trade barriers and better infrastructure with power supply, then water facilities, and all the facilities are available, which is favorable for the globalization aspect, and tax concessions for 5 years, everything that is so. So industrial zones which are set up to attract the foreign investment are known as special economic zones. Yes, next is dash refers to the exchange of goods. That is, that is purchase and sale across geographical boundaries of countries. What should be the answer? Have you got the answer? Yes, tell me. Foreign trade. Foreign trade refers to exchange of goods, that is for purchase and sale across geographical boundaries. Yeah, this geographical proximity and geographical location is also one of the factor which enable foreign trade, and through foreign trade also is integrated with globalization also. So foreign trade refers to exchange of goods, that is purchase and sale across geographical boundaries of the countries. Okay. Next question. A dash is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation or country. Yeah, definitely you got the answer. I'm not explaining much because we know each and everything about it. So multinational company, multinational corporation or MNC, that MNC, multinational corporation is a company that owns or controls production in more than one nation, country. And you know how the company is facilitating its production units in different parts of the world. Yeah, Cargill Foods is the largest producer of edible oil. Cargill Foods is the largest producer of edible oil. Yes. Then Ford Motors came to India in that year. You have to read that book. That is the that should be like year and all. You have to remember that you have to read the textbook very well. So Ford Motors came to India in the year 1995. Yes. Then we are going to the true or false with reason. So my dears, please listen the reason. Simply true or false is not enough. Like to understand the concept, you should know the reason. So we'll go to that. So the question is rapid integration or interconnection between countries is known as socialization. Yeah, well, do you think that is a correct option? Rapid integration and interconnection between countries is known as socialization. What is socialization? Yeah, you know that we are not discussing what is socialization, but do you think that rapid integration and interconnection between countries is known as socialization? No, false. Rapid integration or interconnection between countries is known as globalization. So integration of world market and connection between countries through the mobility of labor and trade and mobility of labor. So it is called globalization, not socialization. Let's move to the next question. Global economy and international economy means the same. Any confusion? Global economy and international, my dears, you just think and say global economy and international economy means the same. Do you think both are similar? I don't think. Global economy is a broad concept. Globalization is a broad concept, and international trade is one of the aspect of globalization. And the international trade means trade between countries, more than one country. Trade only we are facilitating. So globalization, the international trade, that is one of the aspect of globalization. So global economy and the international economy means the same. So that the correct option is global economy includes the economy of all countries in the world, whereas international economy refers to the economic condition of two or more nations. Thus, global economy has a larger scope than international economy. So, dear children, I hope you understood the difference between global economy or globalization and international trade. So, international trade is one of the aspects of globalization. So, it's include the economy of all countries in the world, but international economy refers to economic condition of two or more nations and they are making trade based on the comparative advantage. They are thinking they are in trade with each other, but global economy means the integration of everything. So it includes every culture, social, all the factors, economic, social, geographical, all the factors are included in global globalization and global economy. Okay. So you are answering reasoning thing. You can include all these points. Make use of these points for the for writing the answer. Then UNICEF is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade. No, right? What is UNICEF, you know? So that one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade. That means a false only. Who is facilitating this? Who is aim to liberalize international trade? International trade? WTO. World Trade Organization is one such organization whose aim is to liberalize international trade and not UNICEF. Yeah, that is correct. That is understood. Yeah, that is one current affair. Like you have to understand that one. As on July 2016, 175 countries are the members of the World Trade Organization. Is there in your textbook? Yeah. And otherwise, you can see that whether you think that is a correct statement. No, false. As on July 2016, nearly 165 countries are the members of World Trade Organization. So not 175. 2000 is clearly mentioned on July 2000. Year is mentioned 2016. So nearly 165 countries are the members of World Trade Organization. Okay, let's go to the next question. Globalization of agriculture will achieve price stability. Yeah, do you think globalization of agriculture will achieve price stability? We already discussed it is the least benefited sector, agriculture sector, after globalization. So still the struggles are going on, right? This one regarding the agriculture and this globalization and this farmer struggle is going on, right? Yeah. So false, globalization in agriculture sector will not achieve price stability. It made the trade more competitive and hence it is difficult for the agriculture sector to achieve price stability. So positive aspects are there, the negative aspects are there. So what should be the government policy? Government policy should promote the positive aspect of everything and minimize the negative impacts, right? So price stability, globalization is not ensuring the price stability because it's more competitive, more products are available. So it's like it's not the competition. So this poor farmer is not able to compete with the international trade on multinational companies competition. And so it's difficult for agricultural sector to achieve price stability. Price stability refers to checking inflationary and deflationary gap in the economy. Yeah, that and all nothing more to discuss, but I'll just I'm giving you a small inflation, depression, that and business cycle. So like now we are going for recession period, right? Okay, because of the pandemic or everything. So that and all stabilizing the price stability is very much required. So to minimize all those things, that is one of the that and all the coming under the session of that government's policy. So that one we'll discuss later. So now the question is globalization of agriculture will achieve price stability. So that is a false statement. So we'll go to the next question. Ensuring that rules are being followed is a function of World Trade Organization. Definitely, yes. Yeah, true. As it is an international body looking after the free trade between the countries. So ensuring that rules are being followed. So that they are monitoring the world nations. That is their duty. So the World Trade Organization is looking for this. So as an international body looking after the free trade between the countries. Next question. World Trade Organization was started at the initiative of developing countries. No. Who is taken? We already discussed, right? Which should be the correct answer? Developed countries, right? Yeah, false. World Trade Organization was started at the initiative of developed countries. They want to promote it, so they took initiative. Yeah. So many Indian companies merged as multinational after globalization. Many examples are given in your textbook. Read it out and answer this question. You know that maybe Ranbaxy is a US based multinational company that is spreading its operation worldwide. Ranbaxy is a US based company, US based multinational company. It's an Indian multinational company. It's a false. Ranbaxy is an Indian-based multinational company that is spreading its operations worldwide as a result of globalization. It's a multinational, US-based multinational company that is spreading its operation worldwide. So that is the correct option. And Ranbaxy is not a US-based multinational company. It's a Indian-based multinational company. Then medicine that is a which is spreading its production different parts of the world. So it's an Indian-based multinational company. Yeah, that is we already discussed. As on July 2016, 175 countries are the members of World Trade Organization. That is false. As on July 2016, nearly 165 countries are the members of World Trade Organization. Yeah, next question. Stringency in the labor laws can attract foreign investment. Definitely not, right? Yeah. So false. Flexibility in labor law. Stringency means very severe. Very restrictions are very strict. Restrictions are too many means no one is ready to trade with us. So flexibility in the labor laws can attract foreign investment. Many of the multinational companies are looking for a fair deal from the government. Yeah. Next question, deregulation of industries is a feature of economic reforms introduced in 1991 in India. Yes, yes, definitely yes. The government imposes less restriction and is more liberal. That's what the main motive behind it. Now we come to the next part of our session, that is assertion reason. My dears, please listen to it, and it will be helpful for you to understand to write the next other aspect of other aspects of the questions also, not only one mark question. So assertion is like tax on import is not a trade barrier. Reason, it increases the price of imported commodities. Yeah, definitely. Yes, both assertion and A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Yeah, tax on import. When the country, domestic country is imposing tax on the imported product, definitely it increases the price of the product. So the import become costlier, and it's a trade restriction. So the answer both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. I think that is the correct answer. Yes. The next one is says a special economic zone are industrial zones set up by multinational corporations and set up by multinational corporations, and reason companies set up production units in CIS are exempted from taxes for an initial period of 5 years. I think both A and R are individually true, but R is not the correct explanation of A. So that is like these are industrial zones. Yeah, correct. These are industrial zones set up for the multinational corporation to attract foreign investment. That is correct. But companies set up production unit in CIS are exempted from that, because of that companies that set up production unit in CIS are exempted from taxes for an initial period of 5 years. That is also correct, but it should not be the correct explanation of the assertion. So option B is the correct answer. Then next one, the Indian government after independence had put barriers to foreign trade and investment. Yeah. Now I told you in the beginning, we after independence we decided to follow an import substitution and trade barriers. We very strict rules. So the Indian after India have put barriers to foreign trade and investment. So our local companies are not able to compete with the international competition. So we put barriers. Okay, what is the reason we wrote? What is the reason? This was done to protect the producers within the country. From foreign competition. Yeah, the option, yeah, both A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Yes, correct answer is that only. A and R are individually true, and R is the correct explanation of A. Then next one. MNCs set up their offices and factories in those regions where they get cheap labor and other resources. Reason, MNCs concentrate on the welfare of developing countries. The first one is correct, right? MNCs set up their offices and factories in those regions where they get cheap labor and other resources. Not like they are not concentrating on the welfare of developing countries. So A is true, R is false. Option C, that is the correct answer. Option C is the correct answer. MNC set up their offices and factories those regions where they get cheap labor and other resources. That is correct statement. But MNCs concentrate on the welfare of developing countries. That is not a reason for that. Is not correct only. That is not the reason. That is the correct invalid statement. Yeah, now just this is a match the column, like which is the correct pair. You should have to find the correct pair. FDI and foreign government. I don't think it is the correct pair. And globalization and nationalization is not correct pair. And WTO 1995, yeah, correct pair. So MNCs and UNESCO, that is not this, and encourage small investors. No, this is not correct one. So correct pair is WTO and 1995. That should be the correct answer. That is the correct pair in this column. Okay, I guess next is the match the column from the following. Like you can see the match the column A with B. That is like removal of trade barriers. What do you think about that? And removal of trade barriers, what should be the correct answer? And tax on import, buy up local companies, negative impact of globalization, technology in production. So try to match the column with one another, like based on the concept what you understand, you just try to match this column. So the answer should be like removal of trade barriers, that is liberalization, removal of trade barriers, liberalization, and taxes on import, that is trade barrier, and buy up local companies, Mahindra and Mahindra, negative impact of globalization, toy industry, technology in production, telecommunication. So that's for this from this chapter I prepared. I hope you enjoyed and you understood all these concepts in a very very better way. Okay, so thank you all. Sir.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you so much, Rajni, ma'am. You have explained very beautifully all the content from this chapter related to the globalization and the Indian economy. And uh, definitely, students who have joined the session, definitely they will be benefited from this presentation. And the students who have not joined the session, they can watch this video later on also. It will be available on the same channel. So बहुत अच्छा प्रेजेंटेशन रहा बच्चों के लिए और डेफिनेटली बच्चे इससे बहुत बेनिफिटेड होंगे. आई वुड लाइक टू convey my thanks on behalf of Hallmark Solution and on behalf of all the viewers. to Madam Rajni Tony for sparing her valuable time and joining us. And definitely, I hope in future Madam Tony will also available on this platform for discussing the further chapters for class 10, class 9, as well as for class 11 and 12. Thank you so much. Thank you one and all. And I have shared feedback form in live chat box. Kindly, students are requested kindly fill the feedback form and put the correct email ID so that they can get their certificate in their email IDs. And one more announcement is there that stay tuned with us because we are conducting so many live webinars, live sessions for the class 10th, class 9th, means class 6 to 12th. We are conducting regularly session. Those who have not subscribed the channel, kindly subscribe the channel and uh, thank you so much. Thank you one and all. Thank you Rajina for sparing your
Thank you.
valuable time. Thank you so much.